Life is a journey. When we stop, things don't go right. Hey, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Same old bear market, right? Nothing's changing. It's getting to be pretty consistent. I guess that's nice, right? I mean, we're not waking up with like massive depression, and we're not having to talk about how there's a cryptocurrency suicide hotline so much because the prices stopped falling a while ago. You know, I mean, I'm starting to think that this is definitely some good consolidation. We got everything going for Bitcoin to bring it to the upside. I mean, we're looking at all kinds of accredited investors and everybody getting on board with some sort of regulation, and seems like can't go around and talk to people without them at least knowing what Bitcoin is. They might not have the right ideal, it seems like, but a lot of them have a good ideal of it being some sort of magical internet money out there. So the signs that Bitcoin is, moving into the future and gonna be definitely some form of valid currency that we're all gonna be able to use and have. As far as what the price is gonna be and all of that kind of stuff, still forms of speculation. But in the overall aspect, Bitcoin is definitely going somewhere. It is the people's money. It is for the people, and it's going to do great things for the world in a whole. So, you know what else is out here doing a great thing for the rest of the world? Samantha, because we got her in the chat today.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you today, Samantha?
I'm okay.
Do you feel like you're out here doing great things for the world? I mean, we're teaching people how to use Bitcoin, so it gives them some monetary sovereignty so they can act as their own bank.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little picture kind of gal, so.
A little picture kind of gal.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so, Samantha. I think that you're on board with Bitcoin. You're not out here asking for the material possessions of the daily in and out that a lot of women are out there asking for, because you realize that, we kind of got a long life to live. I think they say life expectancy is around 85 or so now, and hopefully by the time we get up there, it'll be pushed up to at least in the 90s or close to 100.
Right, they'll invent some more, just a little bit more medicine or something.
Yeah. Of course, medical frontier is always advancing.
Yes, Eugene, because, humans, we really, but just don't want to die. I mean.
You don't say.
There's a real motivation.
Would you mind pulling up that coin market cap so we can actually see how far into the future we've come and all these different cryptocurrencies we're looking at? I still keep pleading for people to stop looking at these coins all as the same. They're not. These are several different categories of coins that are all put together to look at in comparison.
Oh my God, we are definitely going to hit 3,000 before the end of the week, because we are at $20.99.
Woo! So we got a coin market cap coming in at $210 billion. Still showing support on the other side of $200 billion. That is awesome. We got the BTC dominance slipping backwards just a little bit. Coming in at 53.8%. Like I said, no real movement. I mean, everything's still looking pretty steady as we continue to consolidate. A lot of people are kind of expecting some sort of a breakout here to happen end of October, early November. I'm not necessarily believing that. I'm feeling like maybe in the beginning part of 2019, we might see some movement, but still it's an overall effect of Shake a Magic 8 Ball because nobody can predict the future. So $6,543, up 0.15%. We got Ethereum still holding on at $200, so that's pretty good. Coming in at 206, down 0.4%. That's not really that much of a movement. We got X Rapid making some sideways movement at 46.5 cents. Bitcoin Cash coming in at 447. That's down 0.37, so about 1/3%. Let's see, what do we got here? We got EOS coming in at $5.41. That's up 0.43. No big deal. We got Stellar Lumas. Hey, look, they're making a little bit of a movement against everyone else. Coming in at 24.1 cents. That's up 2.8%. We got Litecoin, $53.18 with some sideways movement there because they're only down 0.14. Oh, let's see. Where do we got Tether? Still below the dollar with all the drama that's happening there. Supposedly they're looking for a bank in the Caribbean.
A Caribbean bank. Nice. That doesn't sound shady.
Well, I mean, no, it's that they had first mover advantage, so it was like there wasn't really many options when it came to a pegged coin. Now we have lots of options. All right, let's see what else we got. We got Cardano, 7.6 cents. That's up 1.9%. Not bad there. All right, let's see if we get down here and see what our Steam is doing today. There we go. 83.1 cents, down 0.2. No real movement. I mean, I used to say 5% was standard day trading. Now it seems like more than a 2 or 3% movement is kind of a big deal. I mean, with the way that the entire cryptocurrency market seems to consolidate at once. But it does seem like that it's hard to find a altcoin that makes a big breakout, you know, versus Bitcoin that's not a short-lived some kind of a pump or dump based on news or manipulation. Let's go ahead and stop this screen share. Oh no, let's do Steam back dollar. Steam back dollar. 101. Same. We're staying pretty consistent here. I think that seems to be the sentiment of this morning so far. All right, let's go ahead and stop this screen share and let's see what we're doing. Let's go ahead and pop out this chat. Grab this cup of coffee. Good morning, you guys. Thanks for coming out here and joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. Looks like we got a little bit of fog this morning, Samantha.
Yes.
I think they said there was a 40% chance of rain.
Yeah, but not until 11. So it's probably just going to be kind of cloudy and crappy and then drizzly.
So enough to get out to the work site and stuff and then have it start raining and then cancel the day on me. You got to love wasting all that gas money.
Paul Rouleau is here. He says, good morning.
Oh, my man. Thanks for coming out here today. I really appreciate it. You know, I know that it's hard to make it out here at 7:45 in the morning. So those of you who do it and you're not here actually to ask a question, you're just here to continue to support the show. And I guess mine and Samantha's efforts out here to, you know, preach the word of Bitcoin to everybody and how it's going to be great. I mean, it is great. I mean, the fact that you can just step away from the US dollar bill or whatever fiat cash you're in into this alternative currency that empowers you. And every single day is becoming more and more accepted world round as a valid form of currency. I mean, this is how you fight a revolution. You know, this is how you go ahead and take the power, you know, the power away from the people, you know, that are up there that are constantly holding and oppressing this world and making it, you know, not the great place that we all kind of want it to be.
Oh, Annie Anderson is here.
Nice.
The Potheads Crypto is here.
Awesome.
Silent Lamb is here.
Hey, my man. All right.
Silent Lamb said, got my mate in. LOL. He just got a little BTC. Awesome. Yay. That's right. Convert. Convert everyone.
Oh, you want to go grab the shirt?
If you really, yes. I don't have it.
I got some news to talk about here. Will you go get that? Samantha's shirt came in, but I forgot it in the house. She's going to go grab that. But we got some news to talk about today. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Well, I got some news on some criminals. I got some news on Binance, and I'm looking at a little bit of news coming out here from the U.S. Marshals. They're going to go ahead and auction off some Bitcoin. You know, this isn't the first time. You know, we see that the U.S. Marshals Office has auctioned off Bitcoin several other times in the past. You know, they go ahead and they seize people's cryptocurrency. More than likely, it's because it's on an exchange and they're not necessarily holding private keys. Either that or somehow, I guess they're like writing it down and they're getting their access to it or they're giving it up. But we're looking at the amount of 660 BTC going up for auction. I guess that's a ticket price of about $4.3 million. This is going to be happening November 5th. It's a closed bid auction, so not just anybody can go ahead and get in on this. But if you do want to sign up, there's still time in order for that to happen. I don't know who has that type of change laying around in their pocket, but trust me, I'd love to be picking these up. They're going to be selling them in 100 Bitcoin blocks, Samantha.
Yeah, they were saying stuff like that. Yeah, if you wanted to get in, that's fine. But, you know, they have their whatever stuff. You have to be verified. Like, It takes a minute. So you want to get in on this, you better do it now.
Yeah, they were saying you got till October 31st is the last day to sign up, and you had to put down $200,000 as a deposit.
It's just, wow. But then again, this is the smallest one. Like they were saying, like they did like 1,000 and something, and then a 3,000 and something worth of BTC. Like, what?
I mean, if
this is a lot of criminal money. Like, oh my God, how much of this? Like, what?
I mean, if they were only smart enough to like hodl it.
I know, right?
I mean, we've seen.
Oh, that's how the government gets us. No, but yes, if they just kept it all.
I mean, you've seen that the national debt is up and that Trump is saying all of this crazy stuff as always. I'm not a very political person, but it just seems like, I think it was last year that we seen with the skyrocketing price of Bitcoin during the pump there. I don't remember what country it was, but it was like one of those Middle Eastern countries. They had some Bitcoin and it was equivalent to their debt, and they sold it and they went and paid off their nation's debt with it.
Oh,
situations like
yes,
that.
I do remember. Yes.
I mean, America should definitely be trying to hold this Bitcoin because, I mean, fingers crossed and all, but I mean, hopefully we're looking at $100,000 Bitcoin at least with this next pump whenever it occurs here, 2019, 2020. But the fact of the pump is inevitable. I mean, it's not
horrible, like tin hatness. What if this is only like what if they're playing both? All right, like what? Yeah, they have, and they're just because you gotta pretend like you got faith in your system when you are the system. So yes, you want to be selling it for fiat, of course. I mean, you gotta, that's worth more than this, but really have both. Like, yes, they're only selling a little bit. That'd be horrible. Not to mention that also means they already have quite a lot of Bitcoin. Like, quite a lot.
I mean, they say that they're monitoring the blockchain. They know what everyone's doing and what they're spending it on and all of this other stuff. I mean, a lot of people have given up their addresses to know your customers. I'm pretty sure that there is definitely some sort of covert operation that is not just, blasted on the internet for everyone to know all about. And they are monitoring and they are making
I think the best
plans,
one was that one, the actual undercover sting. That one was the best one that I was thinking, like, it was like, holy crap, like it was the FBI or whatever, and it was their crime, like cyber crime thing, but it was kind of cool that he went like undercover, bought some Bitcoin illegally, was all like, yep, this is definitely not like in any of our laws, but I don't know. I'm sure they do have quite a lot and know quite a lot, and they're just not saying.
Well, all right. With all of this continuing to tie into these things that we're talking about, we're looking at Binance. They're going to be taking some software from Chainalysis to be able to go ahead and fight against money laundering. So, I mean, and then they go ahead and they start talking about how Chainalysis is going to be offering this kind of software and services to pretty much every, major third-party cryptocurrency company out there because, know your customer laws and regulations and all of these things. They want this, and it goes ahead and it makes the business look better. It makes, people that don't necessarily know about cryptocurrency and accredited investors and all of those, you feel secure. You feel safe when you know that they're participating in some, Coinalysis, anti-money laundering laws, cryptocurrency tracking software to make sure that if something's hacked, the coins that are stolen aren't transferred, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
This is why they talk about that we need fungibility in cryptocurrency, and that just because, when you take a dollar bill, say John sold drugs to Bill, and then,
Bill sold to Sally. Yes, gotcha.
Right. And then, the money comes into my possession. I didn't do anything wrong, even though this was all drug money at one point. We need that with cryptocurrency, where the exchange of cryptocurrency from person to person erases the
the actual the propertiness,
so it doesn't become illegal currency,
right? Where they can't be like, oh no, that one that was used in blah blah blah, you got to give it to us,
right?
And you're like, no. I mean, but yes, in reality, I'm sure there's quite a lot of real money or whatever you want to go with, fiat money that yes.
Oh yeah,
has touched like multiple criminal operations in its lifetime. Like everything. I don't know. It's the same concept of thinking like how people think like if you don't have like an antivirus, a firewall, stuff like that, you feel a little sketchy when you go on the internet. When you have all that stuff, you're all like, oh, it's fine. I can go to anything. And then you're wondering how you have pop-ups.
Okay, Samantha. So I mean, privacy, it's going to become part of it. I mean, but we already see that this is an ever-growing concern. As I've expressed before, it does feel like Bitcoin is constantly growing, outwards in 360 degrees at the same time. We've started to see the beginning of, the privacy coming about through not only the wallets, but also certain exchanges and development on all of these second-tier networks. So it's going to happen. It is definitely a slow-going process, but so far, what kind of hasn't been when it comes to Bitcoin? I mean, it's been 10 years now that we're heading up on. And
I like the Mixie one, the one where it just like takes a, like BitTorrents your stuff all around.
All right, so these next two, they don't necessarily go together, but I read them back to back. It definitely talks more and more about how wretched attacks are continuing to happen out here in the world. When it comes to people without money, there's going to be intelligent ones that go out there and find ways to use the blockchain against us, because code is law. And then there's going to be the other ones where technology is a little bit beyond their grasp, but they definitely have the capability of physical violence and the ingenuity to go out there and make it happen. So they're going to be leading towards wrench attacks in order to get a hold of your cryptocurrency. See. All right, the first one we got this guy in Norway who was 24 years old. The police haven't said for sure that this is exactly what happened. We're looking at some indicators talking about how this 24-year-old guy in Norway went out and he had cryptocurrency. He had quite a bit of money. He went out at mid-morning, somewhere between like 7:30 and noon. So between breakfast and lunch, he went out and did in-person cryptocurrency exchange for some fiat cash. And shortly after, they found him dead in his apartment. But his roommates, they came in and they found him dead in his apartment.
Yep. And I mean, that is the only thing. And like, yes, they said that, his inner circle, they all knew that he did cryptocurrency stuff and that, he had a decent amount of money type deal. So, I mean, yes, I don't know. They are going with that was the last thing that this guy did before he just wound up dead. But I mean, they weren't meeting at the apartment, so like they are, they don't know exactly how.
Right. Well, I mean, you go
the in-person dude you just follow him home and wait, and then break in, and then whatever, dead. I mean, that's the ultimate wrench attack. Like really, like dead. Like it. I mean, we're sneak wrench attack. Like. Ooh, I just bought some Bitcoin from you. Yes. All right. That means you probably have more. Let me go find out where your more is.
I mean, this is always why they talked about, I remember when I first got in the cryptocurrency space, local Bitcoins was one of the big things. Nobody really liked the idea of going to a bank that wasn't their bank and having an account number written on a piece of paper and making a deposit and taking a photograph of your deposit slip and sending it to local Bitcoins for them to release the escrowed Bitcoin. I mean, they always recommended things like going and meeting people in coffee shops. I know I've never actually went and met somebody to go exchange Bitcoin for cash.
We did all our stupidly.
It does feel like these are the opportunities that people would take advantage of and use against you to be able to, hurt you, to take your money and get your Bitcoin. But then at the same time, I mean, you'd have to be selling quite a large amount of Bitcoin. Then you're probably doing this because you're also looking to do something shady or possibly evade taxes or something like that. So you start getting into this massive gray area that
right, like because why aren't you just
doing shady things lead to shady events? So not that anything's right or wrong, but still there's other ways around this. You could be selling to some cryptocurrency company. You could be getting money and paying taxes on it still without even having to leave the comforts of your home. But we are looking for this peer-to-peer decentralization that should be happening. And things like this, they detour you from wanting to go out there and meet somebody and give them $500 or $500 worth of Bitcoin, because you can't just sell to your friends, know?
No, he probably sold to all of his inner friends. That's how they knew.
Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
They were like, damn, yeah, Bill has a lot. Okay, Bill has a lot. We've all bought in from Bill.
What's the matter?
Oh, we have Bitcoin Crypto News Education here. He says, good morning.
Buddy.
Andy Anderson is asking if we can switch spots just once. Yeah, no. And
I've been trying for a long time. Originally, I wanted her to be part of the show out here, but no, that's not
he was talking crazy stuff like just just wear a mask or a hood. I'm like, look like some real crazy, like real crazy. See, crazy. At least here, you just, I mean, if I was standing in front of the camera with a hood, a mask, Like, really? Really? Mucha lucha style. Really?
I'd get you one of the sex masks with a spur on the mouth.
That won't work. Well, I mean, I don't know, because all that metal. Okay, anyways. Bitcoin Crypto News Education says, just a quick question about Tribe. It says that you want that you get 50 coins when you invite someone, and I want to make sure that you get your coins. He said
that referral code that I had that was up for some reason, it wasn't working, and it was given that 404 message that you had mentioned in the Twitter. So I just have a quick link that goes to my account.
Well, he has his thingy, like his like emailness or whatever, so that, or whatever, invite, so that you can, like, yes, to like bypass trying to find him.
Okay. Yes, I'll go ahead and I'll follow you. I'm not really concerned about the 50 coins. I mean, they're worth a penny a piece.
He just gets happy when he's like, oh, it went up.
Yeah.
It went up.
I know that it costs 50 coins every time I post.
Yes.
So, and then I need at least one upvote of 3 stars or higher in order to recoup my 50 coins.
Right. Yeah, because the 3 means nothing. I'm
also allowed to upvote on my own post once a day. So as long as I give myself 5 stars, I think that's 75 tokens. So I recoup it no matter what.
Yeah, the first couple ones we kept, we were forgetting like one little thing or something. So yeah, like it would take our 50 and be like, oh yeah, editor's note, sorry, but that wasn't quite right. So it's not posted.
They didn't take the coin.
It wasn't until you did, yeah.
Until it posted that they took the coin. But it was horrible. It was at least nice that when I did go to post, that if I didn't get it right because I didn't, add the thumbnail or have the description quite the way they wanted it, they went ahead and they sent it back and put editor notes of what I needed to do in order to change it. I actually haven't received any of those, so I must be posting correctly.
Yes, it became a checklist. It was like, do we have this?
Like, yeah. Still, I think it's at least an hour or 2 from when I go to submit before it gets reviewed and uploaded. But I mean, that's a lot of work for somebody to have to do. Yeah, that is true. I mean, it is. So an hour or 2. I had the same problem on there as I started having on Steam. With here on YouTube, I have a list of tools down below, and for some reason, people keep thinking that they're affiliation codes and referral stuff, and I don't actually get anything for like 90% of the links down there. They're just to other pages out there that are talking about, the blocks that are propagated and the mining pools and taxes and all kinds of stuff like that I've collected over the 2 years I've been here in cryptocurrency doing the show. So they were like, people were bad commenting, so I stopped trying to post those over there because the same thing was happening on Steam as they were downvoting me saying that I was posting referral codes. So, I mean, if they don't want my tools, they don't have to have them. They're still posted here on YouTube if someone wants to come and find them. No, there's only like 2 or 3 things on there that even have referral codes, couple of right? Amazon stuff to get a hardware wallet, and I think that's about it. And my donational addresses, so. Okay, so here we go into the next one. This one was complicated to understand exactly what we are not still clear. We both read it and we both read it multiple times. So I don't know. What I got though is that 2 women went ahead and robbed, pistol whipped, and cattle prodded some other people. Yeah, because they didn't say how many. I mean, for sure one and a renter. As they invaded their home. Oh, this was in Connecticut, by the way. Yes, this was in Connecticut, and the people that invaded were from Rhode Island. So they came, they broke into this home. The lady that they originally went in there, who knew the individuals who broke in, escaped. The other individuals that were left in the house are the ones that got pistol whipped and cattle prodded. Then they stole money, cell phones, and wanted to know... Oh, and a TV. And the TV. And the TV. And the TV, even. So I heard you got robbed. Then they wanted to know their passwords for their Bitcoin account. So I'm assuming that this must have been it's like the hardware wallet or their Coinbase account or something like that. It said their Bitcoin account. Like it said their Bitcoin account, and it named the 2 people that broke in, and like one was 59, they were both women, one was 59 and one was 38. And then they said that there was at least one person that, like actually had done something with this Bitcoin account. Yeah. And then the renter, which escaped. Like they actually locked themselves in a bathroom and apparently escaped. These people broke into the bathroom
Like, they knew the person was in there. Like, this was some crazy stuff. The only thing that we couldn't really figure out was, like, whose, like, Bitcoin account it was. And, I mean, definitely the two were the robbers. But, yes, like, why and how they knew or things like that, that wasn't clear. But they were all women.
Yeah.
All women.
So that makes it even more weird because the percentage of women in cryptocurrency is like 3% or something, I think I've heard. So then these women in cryptocurrency who are also like capable of pistol whipping and cattle prodding and bashing in bathroom doors with hammers.
Yeah, I mean.
And then is it that the one lady helped the other two ladies set up a cryptocurrency account?
So they knew, like, yes, so it was the same kind of,
and they wanted to rob her for the Bitcoin? Or was it in the article that she helped them set up a Bitcoin account
that was theirs, or that was,
like, kept the private keys and turned around and stole their Bitcoin, like, as a bad cryptocurrency consultant, and then they came back to get
we're
their
like,
money
oh
back
no,
physically themselves, and were then arrested.
Yes, because they also said some crazy stuff that, like, the 59-year-old, the one that did the most or whatever, was also like in under investigation for narcotics, being in the postal service, like mailing narcotics. So it's like, so none of these people were like on the up and up to begin with.
Dark webbing it, like selling drugs for cryptocurrency and selling them.
Something like that. Like, oh, can you make me a crypto account, a Bitcoin account, because I need to accept money, and then
out how to do it without getting caught. That would be the way to go. Just send it through the mail.
I'm just saying.
Start collecting your Monero.
It was super extreme, and they really needed to break it down. Like, person A and person B took person C's something. That's Camilla.
Oh, you guys wanted to get picked up this morning?
Okay, so we have Bitcoin Crypto News Education says pennies make nickels, nickels make dimes, dimes make dollars, and dollars make cents. Okay, and John, a new John, says,
thanks for joining today, buddy.
Anyone have any thoughts on OX?
And Andy, I mean, I definitely wouldn't go pick any up right now. Definitely feels pumped with the way that it was, it's added to Coinbase, and now that it's added to the Coinbase Pro, the trading has it up like 30%. I was like paying any attention to it. And then when you go to look a little deeper at it, it's pretty much, you find out that the people that helped create OX were former members of Coinbase. The logic behind how they're adding OX to Coinbase over other tokens, like name 30 different ones, it doesn't really make sense, besides it's potentially like, hey buddy, come on, let's get in on this. We got this together, man. We're going to take all their money.
It's just how, like, the CEOs of, normal whatevers then become their, the owners and operators of other ones. Like, yes, everybody changes.
At a cryptocurrency altcoin in any way, and you're thinking, I'm going to make some money, and it's because it's already started going up, you're too late. You have to be buying this stuff when someone is saying that this is all garbage, and everyone's like, I don't want it, I don't want it. That's when you have to pick it up, because you know that down the road, in like a month, 6 months, or whatever, it's going to have something amazing happen, and everyone's going to be super overzealous about it, and the price is going to shoot up again. That Coinbase, or you start rumoring, or you throw your dart at the list that Coinbase puts out there telling which coins are going to go up. It's a manipulated situation, and it tends to be over and over again here in the cryptocurrency space. We're finally getting to the point where people are starting to say that Bitcoin isn't as manipulated as it used to be, even though I know, on the other hand, many people argue this. We'll find out with the ETF approval or denial that should be happening here soon, if the government is feeling that it's still manipulated or not.
Andy Anderson says, that's why I keep my private keys in my Glock. And James Van Hart says, once you use your Bitcoin or other crypto coin keys, they have a record of it and can hack you. This was stated years and years ago. Don't redeem your Bitcoins or keep switching wallets to a new wallet. And then he also says that OX is now listed today on Coinbase. Yes. Because they're buddies.
Yeah.
They're all in the same like building, just switching meeting rooms.
I mean, I think I was even hearing that like bats is the next one that's going to be listed possibly. Who knows?
Hey, you have a few bat tokens.
Ooh.
You never know. Oh, let's see. Yep. Bitcoin Crypto News Education says, look at dropping a couple bucks in the 4 coins that it said might be listed. Bat is probably the best to look at. Yep. Sprinkle it around, people.
I mean,
I don't know. See, yeah.
I would like to see the bat token work, but then at the same time, the concepts are. It seems a little far-fetching, the ideal of me wanting to go. I mean, you have to think of it from the new investor's perspective. You know, you're out here, you're trying to figure things out. You come across cryptocurrency, you go to Coinbase, right? You get an account. You start daily cost averaging some Bitcoin because you listen to some smart people who started educating you in the space. Then you want to start diversifying. So you're going to go to an exchange, and then you're going to buy some BAT tokens. And then you're going to take these BAT tokens and you're going to switch them to your browser that you've now been turned on to. And you love it because you're not getting all the ads that you once were. So then you're going to start funneling your funds away to people to help pay them for watching their content. I mean, I'd like to think that a majority of people are out there are very stingy and they don't like to give away their money. And
no, it's just you.
Well, I can't be the only one. So the concept of people wanting to pay to get Bitcoin, to go to the exchange, to put BAT on their browser, to give it away to somebody to help promote the network. It's far-fetching for me, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, the only other thing was in the other one. They they could have died as well, except the person got out because they were saying to kill people too. So, I mean, these are ultimate wrench to attacks. Like, people are dying. Like, it's not just...
It started escalating to, instead of just like, I'm going to fake a kidnapping.
Yeah, or I'm going to try to pretend ransom. I'm going to,
They're actually going to the extreme of taking people's lives now to get their hands on their cryptocurrency.
And that is kind of scary. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, I don't know. See, that is the problem.
Or it would be like saying that somebody's watching this video, and because they're watching this video, they think I have a lot of cryptocurrency, and I really don't. Trust me.
No, I mean, don't worry. If you really want a wrench attack, you'll find out that.
Then they come out here and they take our lives to get.
Or they attempt to.
Or they I like the way you think, Samantha.
Oh, it's an attempt. It will be an attempt. Still breaking the law, though. Yes.
All right. Well, that's all I had for news today, Samantha. I mean.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so I'm trying to read. Okay, so New John says, I'm overloaded in Bitcoin and looking to spread out, balance, and diversify without contributing to Wall Street. Is there anything other than crypto that you can do that with? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I literally only know crypto. I have pushed everything out of my mind that is not Bitcoin. I mean, I go land. I mean, that's personally. I mean, I don't invest in the stock market. I don't hoard gold. I don't.
Andy Anderson says yes.
I buy land. I buy cheap land, as much of it as I possibly can. It's the only other precious commodity I think of that's deflationary, that there's only a limited supply of. And the more I look around and I see, like, you go to big cities and there's homeless people and all of this, all they really need is a small piece of land. I mean, you can go to Craigslist and find a possible RV to live in for $1,000.
Andy Anderson says, yes, John, chickens and turkeys. Oh, you are a funny man. Yeah. I know.
I love my burger.
And that's what you do when you're overloaded. It's like, nope, we'll just transfer a little over from the, I need to go buy a turkey. It's a white one. Oh, yes, he talks about some crazy birds. Watch, by this time next year, we will have some ridiculous looking something because it's between ridiculous looking ridiculous looking turkeys or like weird rainbow colored Amazon like quaily looking birds.
I know they can't see the quails over there, and it's like God. They're like piranha, land piranha.
They literally like waves, like ground waves of
so
feathers. Yeah, we have like 50, 40 something.
Yeah.
They're up there. All right, so Bitcoin Crypto News Education says be 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in the top 20 coins, and 25% in long shot altcoins for the man who needs to diversify. And then John comes back with the issue is when BTC crashes, every other crypto crashes.
Yeah. That's why it's hard to like. All right, this is what I was saying is that everything flows with the price of Bitcoin. When Bitcoin crashes, the alts come down. The alts will gain momentum faster than Bitcoin, but ultimately are pulled back to Bitcoin's price. So you can make more Bitcoin or fiat or whatever you're trying to shoot for by going into the alts, but it's that you have to time it just right to go into the alt right before it pumps, and then you have to come out before it comes back down with the price of Bitcoin or before the price of Bitcoin drops and takes it with it, because then you're losing the momentum. So it is hard to trade. It is complicated to trade. It is always a situation of you have to be the first one to hear the rumor, to know the information,
to see the something,
right,
like
because to see the pattern in the chart, to see what's going to happen. Because as soon as more people see it, the pump is on, the event is occurring, and you needed to already have your buy and sell orders.
Yeah, it's just like the emerald sifter in the river. You need to be the first one, not the seventh one.
Right, you want to be the first one.
That's
on the
going. Oh, what?
Not the seventh one down the stream.
JT Irby is now here. He says, I am here.
Buddy,
barely.
Thanks for making it out here. I think we're getting ready to wrap it up, though.
Yep. Bitcoin Crypto News Education says it's all about timing.
It is.
A fun note is that BTC has dropped in January of every year. So plan to pull out before then and re-enter after the bout. Pull out, re-enter, go back again. I don't know. See, we just stay.
All right. That reminded me. What was that cartoon that we were watching on Netflix where he said Bitcoin?
Oh, you mean the really horrible, the big mouth?
The raunchy one.
The big mouth. It's big mouth.
I mean, they even said Bitcoin in that the other day, and it was like...
it was something horrible that he said, you can pay me or I'll pay you in Bitcoin. And it was just like, no. The thing is, we watch it because it's traumatizing.
It is traumatizing.
Like, it's interchangeably traumatizing. Like, whenever you're feeling like you need to just, really see how low it can go, watch that. Oh, okay. So, and then John says, thanks to Bitcoin Crypto News Education. And he says this is where stable coins will play a big role as well. Andy Anderson says he has chickens and horses. I want a horse. I did not, forever, I was like pony, but yes, I don't care. Like pony, horse, either one.
I tell her we have to get to the point of retirement first before we have all this stuff, because otherwise, I mean, who's going to, you see it where people have these animals, and unless you're the one that's actually out there taking care of it, it's just this enormous expense to pay somebody else to take care of your animals. But to take care of animals properly, like, it takes a lot of time. Like, it takes a lot of time just for birds that I have, let alone a 2-ton mammal. I mean, to get out there and have to take care of the horse.
I'm trying to tell him that I would just ride it to work.
Yeah.
Park him up.
Just going to sit outside for 5-6 hours.
Yep.
This ain't the saloon back in the day.
Come on, man. I think I could get my pony or horse to stay if I needed to.
Oh, toss me the shirt, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Paul Rouleau, right?
Yes.
Paul, there's the shirt that you graciously got Samantha to wear to EDC. All right. I like that.
He's pink and purple.
Bitcoin hits 1 million, wake me up. Has a little Bitcoin on the dude's face.
I like it.
I like that it's like a retro style spacesuit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the tubes and everything. Like,
well, you know me. I love the 80s. I'm wearing an Animal House shirt right now. Like, sadly, I am a child of the 80s, and I am.
So, I mean, I even got it down there in the top line of the post. I want to thank all of you guys for
you guys are amazing.
You did for getting us to EDC and this workation. I think it's going to be amazing to get out there and spread the word of Bitcoin to some people who don't know about it. I mean, when better to get in than the bear market, right? I mean, I'll feel personally like going to sleep at the end of the day, I will feel better telling people to go ahead and get into Bitcoin right now over telling them to have gotten in back when it was $15,000, $18,000, $12,000. So I think this is amazing. I think this is going to be a great opportunity. Hopefully we'll be able to turn some more people onto Bitcoin. Maybe it'll do something for the show. I mean, maybe, you know, we'll bring some good video. People will be like, yeah, that dude's actually out there preaching the word of Bitcoin. And
I don't know.
Come subscribe to the channel.
It'll also be different because, like, I don't know. You know how it's hard when you first start doing. I mean, like, yes, like how your first video. I mean, this is going to be the first one, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe it will be because it's kind of like public speaking, and it's kind of like it's weird. It's going to be. That's what I mean. We're going to be looking at people. And there's gonna be, you know, opinions and mouths and faces that are like happening.
Anyone thinks, so it's whatever.
No, but I mean, like, it'll be another thing that, like, if you get really good at it, maybe it'll be easy.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. There's only one way to know, right, Samantha?
Yeah.
I mean, we're even trying to figure out what our next one may possibly be if this one goes well. So, all right. Well, let's see. What else do we got going on? We're going to be here tomorrow.
Yep.
Right, Samantha, 7:45 in the morning.
Yeah, no, we're
another Bitcoin
news
9. Episode. See what's going on in the news. Give some commentary. What our thoughts are on the whole situation. Spread our Bitcoin maximalist feelings out there a bit. What else we got? We got a weekend episode coming out. You'll have to turn to Twitter to see what happens. We've been doing them at 6 o'clock. Don't know if it's going to be Saturday. Don't know if it's going to be Sunday. That always depends on the man when he hands down the schedule. Because once again, fiat rules our lives. What else we got going on? Why don't you guys come out and join the show? I mean, I love it when you guys get in the live chat. I love it when you guys got questions. Thanks for the OX question. I mean, I don't reach out and talk about all of that stuff all that often, but I do have some answers on occasion. I do try to keep my ear to the ground because that's the only way you're going to know what's coming up on the horizon of cryptocurrency. So please always ask the questions in the chat. If you don't want to ask them in the chat, you can hit me up on the email. It's eugeneforest20@gmail.com. I've also been getting hit up on Twitter, getting closer to 1,600 followers over there. That is a big plus. I'm on all kinds of social media, so you can follow me, guys. So you can follow me all over the place. You never know if YouTube's ever going to shut us down for talking about cryptocurrency over here. They are centralized. They are part of Big Brother. So, you know, even if you don't come over there and upvote me or comment or do anything like that, at least subscribe so you'll find me when they fade us out. Let's see what else we got going on. If you guys want to come out here and you want to join us for an episode, I'd really appreciate it. We haven't had a guest in a while. You know, I like to talk to the average everyday person. You know, I'm not looking to talk to the devs and the ICO people and all of this. I want to talk to the people that are getting into cryptocurrency because they believe in it. So if you believe in Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, shoot an email, shoot a Twitter at me. Let me know what you want to talk about, and we can make it happen. I'll work on your schedule. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. Anything else you got, Samantha?
No, not really.
No? All right. Please come on over to DTube or Steam and upload my post. It's one of the easiest things you can do to help us out. I don't think I've gotten the last 2 up there still. Computer's acting wonky about that one. I haven't been able to get the upload to go. But besides that, I got donational addresses if you want to help fund the channel as always. So I want to thank you guys as always for coming out here. And remember, keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.